All right, so here's a fun action fleet one for me, the TIE Interceptor. These are basically all have the same exact functionality. I have two customs in here, which I'll just talk to you really quick about in terms of how I did them. But basically you have three main versions of this. And I'll go ahead and walk through the features of these really fast. It's relatively simple, so you have just the opening cockpit here where you can see the TIE fighter pilot inside. And then you also have, when you rotate the engine here on the back or you pull the wings apart, it goes ahead and opens up the wings. That's basically all that this thing does. So there are three main versions of this. One of the very early releases was this version, which is a dark blue. And I'll show you that compared to the second release, which is the more widely popular one, which is, or the one that's more available, which is the lighter blue. So you can obviously see the difference there in that color. These come with the same figures, where they come with two TIE fighter pilots. One will have a removable helmet and one does not. So here is the one that does not have the removable helmet. Here is the one that does have the removable helmet. So pretty easy to tell the difference. Let's see if we can pop this thing off of here. And that's what your other TIE fighter pilot looks like. So I think this is supposed to be George Lucas with his glasses on. It's still pretty cool either way. So those are the two regular releases. In the Classic Battles version, there is one that comes in that standard lighter blue color. Again, all of the same features on this guy. It does have these little tabs here that are on the back, which is the one thing that differentiates it. And then it does come with different characters. So it comes with your TIE fighter pilot with the gray helmet, and then it also comes with this Imperial officer holding this bag, or the briefcase. So that comes in the Classic Battles version with the Millennium Falcon, which is I showed in one of the other videos. So those are kind of your standard versions. Then you have your flight controller version. So this again is just the standard release, standard blue release. This one comes off. This is again the light blue one. Again, all the same features. Expandable wings. The cockpit opens. There is a TIE fighter pilot that comes with this guy as well. It has this little targeting thing on here. And then it has the trigger here that you can pull that can actually shoot the lasers. And then also when you pull the trigger, the light turns on, and then it runs through a couple different of noises too, or you know, features when you push these buttons. So those are kind of cool. These come with the square tip or the plus tipped lasers. I'm the only ones that comes with that. And that's basically your TIE Interceptor line in terms of what it generally looks like. So I'll walk you through two customs that I did here. The first being just the Kylo Ren version from the Rise of Skywalker. This one just painted it black, painted the wings here with just a, you know, some type of an enamel gray, and then to build out this portion here, which is kind of like the part that's embossed on the actual TIE fighter that he flies, I just used some like kids like putty, almost like Play-Doh, stuck that on there and then just painted all of it. So That was a pretty fun one to do. And then this one here is the Royal Tie Interceptor. So these extra little wing tabs on here are actually just an egg crate. So it's just foam. So I just cut it out and then taped it off and basically painted it. And then again, you can see I just did some of the paint detail on it. So I got the idea for this paint scheme off of just some stuff that I'd seen online, some other people that have done this. I didn't use any type of primer or anything on this. I just used a red enamel paint. It took a long time to paint it to get it that red, just because the paint kept kind of rubbing off. But these things aren't glued on yet. I could glue them on at some point, but they stick on there without any problem. And there are your tie interceptors. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask.